J. Morale TV, Kwentula series present. First encounter, how deep does it burn? Chapter 1, First Dream. In Metro Manila, where James saw the light, his parents' joy, a pure delight. But soon a doctor's voice did chime, "Your child's in danger, it's a troubling time. If we don't act swiftly, it could be his end. With illness and suffering, we must defend." James's father to the church did go, to pray for blessings, let them flow. "Grant us your grace, don't take away," he fervently pleaded on that faithful day. Returning to the hospital, the doctor said, "I have good news," and James's father's face turned red. He wept with joy, his gratitude immense. To the doctor, he owed a debt of recompense. Months passed. A change in James was seen, weak and frail, like a fading dream. Nightly fevers, tears flowed like a stream, vitamins given, yet it felt like a losing scheme. Years rolled on. James learned to run and play, his parents delighted, but trouble came their way. James suddenly sat, struggling to catch his breath. Since that day they cautioned him, fearing early death. The next morning, Mr. Malio, James's dad so bright, headed to the store, seeking a source of delight. He bought a book for his child, a treasure to explore. Young James, through reading, learned more and more. Though still a child, his knowledge did amass, and when he grew weary, he'd play chess alone, in class. Every day this routine he did know, until he grew older, his intellect did grow. When school began, he faced it with ease. On the first day, he aimed to please. He showed his prowess, right from the start. With dreams of medals, he'd win every part, to proudly present them to his parents so dear, a future of success, his path was clear. At nightfall, while parents slept tight, he'd pick up a book, his guiding light. Though read before, he'd read it again, to absorb every word, in his mind remain. So when he went to class, every lesson did he greet. With knowledge at his fingertips, his victory was sweet. Many classmates marveled at his clever mind, inspired to learn and befriend they'd often find. At a tender age, he became a guide for the lost. When he could help, it seemed to ease the cost. A star in school, he remained undeterred. Returning home with parents, he'd eagerly converse. He began to shape dreams. In his mind they stirred, to reach the pinnacle, for his parents he'd ensure. James thought it'd be easy, a breeze he'd maintain, for he knew his school lessons, nothing to constrain. But years lay ahead, not yet halfway through. Could he achieve his dreams? A challenge he'd pursue. If you enjoyed this verse, don't be obtuse. Click the subscribe, stay in the news. For more poems I'll infuse with poetic views. In my uploads, you won't lose. Chapter 2. Await with delight. In the coming days, we'll take flight. Meet Brian and Selena, shining bright. What roles they play in James's life, so right. Will they aid his dreams, take the limelight, or become the path, James's dreams out of sight?